Okay, right, this one's a boring original, but we're going to make it really cool, hopefully. So let's see how we go. So auto, select that, and this is going to be reduced. It's quite a large kind of original. Going to add here, going to go here. Contrast a little bit. Going to drop that. Sharpness, we're going to bring it right up as we normally would. It's very rare that I leave the sharpness in the middle or lower. I just like my images to be sharp, generally speaking. So let's see how we make this one turn out. Okay, this one's going to be a mirror image job. I thought I'd tell you ahead of time. This is Fantastic Furniture. I'm sure they used to be called many years ago Fantastic Plastic, but they dropped that. Obviously it sounded cheap, so they call themselves Fantastic Furniture. We're just going to put it on an angle. We're going to do it differently. So we're going to take Fantastic Furniture and we're going to make it into something interesting. So we just spun it around. So basically, yeah, I think they were once called Fantastic Plastic, but that does sound a bit tacky. And as the company grew, I guess they wanted to change their image. I don't know. This was like probably more than 2 decades ago, but I just can't forget the name Fantastic Plastic. I just can't forget it. It's just the memory. Anyway, that looks interesting. It looks a bit dull. I think maybe, I'm wondering if we're going to use this one. Which side? This will be the middle of our mirror image. So we're just going to take our Fantastic Furniture and we're just going to throw it aside. It's going to be recycled, and we're just going to go and take this. We're going to make this our original, what do we call it, a master copy. So we're just going to make a master copy of this, and we're going to go here, and we're going to go 100%. Okay, text photo. We're going to make it copied paper. I wonder if there's anything else we're going to adjust on this silly piece of KM or Konica Minolta shit. So I'm wondering if maybe we're going to take it off, we're going to darken it a bit, and maybe add some. So what are we going to do? We're going to add some hue, or we're going to do something a little bit more interesting. We're going to add a little bit of red, or maybe a lot of red, and we're going to, we've lost our copy density because we can't use copy density with that. If you want to use anything, you've got to use brightness, but we're going to leave it. So we're not going to touch that. So we're just going to print off our first 2 images that are going to be normal images. So let's see if we've actually made this look a bit better by putting in red and adding a little bit of warmth to the hue setting. It's going to probably be a bit too warm. I tend to make my images too warm sometimes. So I wonder if it's going to curl like buggery, because it has been lately. I think that looks a bit too red. I think we've made it too red. I don't want everything I do to be hot, so we've got to change that. We've got to take out some of that red. That red is just too much. It's just shit. It looks shit as far as I'm concerned, so I'm going to take out the red. I'm going to go blue. We're going to change it to blue, but we're not going to go and overkill it. And maybe the hue will stay there for a bit of warmth. And I think hopefully a bit of extra blue instead of red will make it nice. So it's going to be cooler with the blue. So let's see if we've made it better. It looks like the curling isn't that bad. It looks like it's a little bit better. So I think maybe the top sheets of the copy paper ream might be a bit shitty, but this looks good. This looks a lot more balanced colour-wise. It's cooler, but it's more balanced. It's better. It looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm just going to put this one aside, and we're going to smash off, or should I say bang off, another one of these. So that looks good, and the curling looks like it's been kept to a minimum. So I'm really happy with that so far. Normally it starts to curl by now, very quickly, and the curling isn't something I want to have long term in my demos. I don't want the curling to become a feature as much as the artwork or the creative stuff. Curling is a pain, it's a shit. It's just one of the physics of photocopying that you deal with from time to time, at least, and I've put damper in my storage cabinet. It's just a little bedside table with a little door on it. So basically I put it in so these are the first two. So basically I just put it in a bedside table and I just put the damper in there, and hopefully it'll come up a treat. There won't be any more, I'm hoping there won't be any more serious curling problems. It's not going to be perfect. Of course, we can't expect perfection in this bloody broken up world. So basically I'm hoping that the curling will be just the way it was just up until recently, that it's manageable. Because I just want my work to shine on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever else I want to put it on the internet. I want my work to look good, not shit. I don't want to have to deal with severe curling all the time. It gets a bit boring, and it gets boring talking about it. It's not a very good topic of conversation. Well, I'm not actually conversing, I'm just vlogging, guys. I know, I'm just a vlogger as well as a photocopier artist, because I vlog when I do my work, as you've probably noticed. Anyway, these are our mirror images that are just going to fit the corners. So if we can just line them up. Yes, there's a curl, but it's nowhere near as bad as what it was last time I ran my demos. So this curling has gone back to a more manageable level by the looks of things. Hopefully I'm right. But anyway, it looks a lot better with that. Now I'm happy. That looks really good. I'm really happy, especially with the middle. It's got a glassy look to it. It looks like a glass capsule of some descript. So I can say I'm happy. Very happy.